all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate to dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got return. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game has veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind?
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready?
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
64, weak. Hey, high 7.
Second and 7 at the 32-yard line.
On second and 7, Tannehill. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 44 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
10-2 stop.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, Charlie.
On second and 12, Tannehill. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Ready?
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 16, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Here we go. 8 weeks. Coaching still. Step.
Here's Tannehill. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
43, 15, 61.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Yellow. On the line.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Set,
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Todd Gurley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Mahomes out to his left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
15.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. B.J. Gibson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look at me. Zipper.
On 2nd and 1, Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. On first down, it's Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
On the set.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Drake. Tricon, 132 fighter.
65.
Snap.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Hey, 57. Check 26. Check 13.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Check. Pressure. Race no trap. Same team. 725. Attack. Check, 93's the mic. 93's
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
Ready, set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Falcons 7. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On second and a couple, Tannehill eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
In your face.
Big grip.
Play action. It's Tannehill. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, sometimes it doesn't appear like much. The out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, it can turn into a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
I'm here all day. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet hit it.
Now it's Gurley. Spins by, and he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. It's caught by Aguilar. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready? 18 games. Hey, 2. He's done right here. Now.
Tannehill on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill looking downfield for Jones. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Check. Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Let's get this all day. Yellow.
Carry now for Elliott. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. It worked very well there for a first down.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Let's go.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
To throw, it's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Ito Smith there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8, and they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, it's Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Elliott running right. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle.
Switch.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Throwing now is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, he'll throw underneath for Gurley.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A gain of 37.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill. It's complete to Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
To throw is Tannehill. Complete to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Julio Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. And they got the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay,
and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, fellas. At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays Rays have him on the move on first down. Tannehill looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Oh, they get that. He's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Going the other way.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drives exactly.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Tannehill. This complete to Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Here's Tannehill. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it. At the 44. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Tannehill now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To the air again, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, echo.
Here we go on fourth. Tannehill. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, Alpha. Style.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And Diggs has it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Yellow. There's the line. 43.
Come, baby. Come, baby. Kill, kill, kill. Big ass. Check safety.
Mahomes to throw. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting.
And this is caught. touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Jones has it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Tannehill. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Results in a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Tannehill. It's caught. Jones. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.